I accidentally played in my first ever golf competition and I finished 12th overall. As you know, I'm playing every golf course in Melbourne, and today I went down to Devilbend Golf Course to visit a friend and play his local course. So if you know any good courses I should play, let me know in the comments and I'll play them. Devilbend is an hour from the city down at the Mornington peninsula, so to all the people who recommended I head down this direction to play golf, you were correct. The courses down here are beautiful and this is probably the best course I have played so far. I actually didn't realise I was playing in a competition until the 10th hole, but now that I have an official handicap, a whole new golf world has been opened up to me, and it definitely ignited my competitive spirit. And yes, my golf ball choice today is definitely adding a new meaning to the term blue balls. Hole 1 is a par 5, 477 metres. I drove it into the trees and whipped a 5-wood back onto the fairway. My pitch landed on the green and I 3-putted for a bogey to start the day. Hole 2 is a par 4, 330 metres. Again, I pulled my drive into the trees and had to whip a 5-wood back towards the fairway. I had a tough lie and pitched it to the back of the green. My chip back went well and it left me close enough to tap in another bogey. Hole 3 is a par 3, 128 metres. I hit a 9-iron and it went long and over the back of the green. I hit a pitch back towards the flag and it left me with a decent shot at par. Unfortunately, I misread the green and left myself with another bogey. Hole 4 is a par 4, 364 metres. I hit a good drive, but again it veered left and into the trees. I somehow managed to clip a tree root while hitting my 4-iron out of the trees, but it worked out okay and it left me with a short chip to the green. I had a 10-metre putt for par, but it didn't sink and it left me with another bogey. Hole 5 is a par 5, 444 metres. Once again, my drive sent me left and into the trees. I hit a 5-wood towards the green and tried to progress, but I ended up back in the trees again. I pitched it out with a 7-iron to keep it low and under the tree line, and that left me with a chip from 35 metres. I should have got it closer from here, but it just caught the lower level of the green. I had a long putt for par, but managed to get it close enough for my 5th bogey in 5 holes. Hole 6 is a par 4, 353 metres. My drive went straight down the fairway and left me with a pitching wedge to the green. I hit what was my best shot of the day and it landed right beside the hole, so I had the easiest tap in for birdie that I'm ever going to have. I'm starting to get one of these every round now. Hole 7 is a par 4, 337 metres. I drew my drive into the middle of the fairway and then hit an 8-iron at the green. It pushed right and landed in the bunker. I got it up and out of the bunker, but it didn't catch any spin, so it rolled past the hole. I had a long putt for par which came close enough so that I could tap in a bogey, but I lost my concentration and pushed it right, leaving myself with an avoidable double bogey. Hole 8 is a par 3, 157 metres. I'm not sure what exactly happened here, but I somehow managed to duff my 6-iron and it rolled into the trees to the right. Thankfully, I recovered well with my sand wedge and it left me with an opportunity to save par. However, just like the last hole, I basically had a tap in for bogey and just didn't sink it for no good reason at all and left myself with another double. Hole 9 is a 290 metre par 4. My drive landed in the middle of the fairway and I had a pitching wedge to the green. It came up a small bit shorter than I had expected. Nonetheless, it was still a birdie putt from 15 metres. I came up way too short and left a tough par putt, which also came up short and I ended up taking a bogey. Par for the front line was 36 and I shot 45, which is 9 over par. With a handicap of 13, that equates to 16 points. The 2 double bogeys were really unfortunate and were a really bad blemish on what could have been a solid front nine for me, despite what was some wayward driving. Hole 10 is a par 5, 461 metres. Again, my drive leaves me in the bushes and I'm forced to play out from the trees. I just barely make it back to the fairway and I hit a 6-iron at the green. It just veers left of the bunker and I have a tough chip at the hole over the sand. I make it over and I have a long putt for par. Thankfully this one goes close enough that I can tap in an easy bogey.
Ooh.
Hole 11 is a par 3, 151 metres. I hit a good 6 iron at the tee and it lands in a good spot on the green. I hit a putt with good speed, it lands right beside the hole and lets me get back on track with a par. Hole 12 is a par 4, 361 metres. Thankfully I managed to avoid the water hazard here and end up in the middle of the fairway. I hit an 8 iron at the flag and it lands on the green. I have a long putt for birdie and it nearly went in, but thankfully it was close enough so that I was able to close out for another par. Hole 13 is a par 3, 146 metres. I hit a 7 iron and it takes an unfortunate hop into the sand trap. It comes out easily enough and it leaves me with a decent shot at saving par. It's right beside the hole for a bogey and for whatever reason I push this right and I end up taking a double bogey. Hole 14 is a par 4, 324 metre dogleg right. I've been practicing hitting fades for this exact moment, however I don't catch it right and I lose my ball into the trees on the left. I hit my provisional down the middle of the fairway and I have an 8 iron to the green. I have a decent attempt at bogey and then a terrible shot at a double bogey. This leaves me with a 7 on 14. Hole 15 is a 375 metre par 4. I hit a really good drive down the middle of the fairway and then I hit my 8 iron to the green. My putt is slightly under hit but it still leaves me with an easy enough par putt. It doesn't fall and once again I've left another easy putt behind me. I think that makes it 5 for the day, but at least I know where I need to focus my practice now. Hole 16 is a par 4, 370 metres. I pull my drive left into the trees and I have to hit a 5-wood back out. It clips the tree branch on the ground, but thankfully it works out okay. I hit a good chip to within 5 metres of the hole and I have a good chance to save par. But again, my putting lets me down and I end up taking a bogey. Hole 17 is a par 4, 322 metres. I smash my drive right up beside the green. I hit a flop shot over the bunker to the right of the flag. I have a decent chance at a birdie that comes up short and I managed to tap this one in for par. Hole 18 is a par 4, 298 metres. I hit a decent drive but it just rolls into the trees. I can't go over the trees here so I use my 4 iron to run it towards the green. Thankfully this works out and I make it to the green in 2. I managed to 2-putt from here and finish out the day with a par. I had 43 shots in the back nine, leaving me with plus 17 overall with a 13 handicap. This gives me 32 points overall and I ended up finishing 12th in the Sunday competition, which I'm really happy about for my first ever competition, but I'm still having nightmares about all the easy putts I left behind and also the lost ball on hole 14. I'm looking forward to playing in another competition and this time moving further up the leaderboard. Devilbend is definitely up there with one of my favourite courses so far and I cannot wait to play here again. If you know any courses in Melbourne that I should play, comment it below, and if you made it this far, give the channel a follow to see more of Melbourne's golf courses.